AC Boy the Ripoff Ranter, and I'm just going to put a little disclaimer at the start of my video. Like the last two videos I made, this is not a direct attack on the Dinoverse. This is just going to be a video talking about a few of the members of the Dinoverse. Another thing that I'm going to say is that there are a few people that are avid viewers of my channel that have no clue what the hell the Dinoverse is. And over the day that I've spent in this community, I can get a pretty clear understanding. The Dinoverse is essentially a smaller Dino Tube. I was correct in assuming that it's essentially Dino Tube 2, just on a much, much smaller scale. It's with a much smaller group of people. They're a lot younger than most of the guys who run Dino Tube. They're about my age, about. So, it's just Dino Tube, just kind of shrunk. That's about all it is. Another thing that I'm going to say is I've actually made peace with the Dinoverse, kind of. I've talked to the guy that seems to run it. His name is the Retarded Brady. I made a video kind of talking about him and a few other members of this Dinoverse. And I've since kind of come to peace with a few of them. I've come to peace with Brady. Me and him, we're now mates. You know, it's all good with me and him now. I still think his quality of his videos is a bit bad, but, you know, we've passed that. We're now on a different chapter. But there's still quite a few of the members of the community that kind of suck, and we're going to be talking about those today. Now, from what I've seen, there's about 5 members in this community that are pretty big dickheads. There's Muzzle Down, which I mentioned in my last video. I said he's kind of annoying, and I still stand by that statement. There's Spacekid Productions, who is this child, to what I've seen. He's a pretty big hypocrite. He's talked about me positively before, but he's also said some pretty bad things about me recently. We're gonna look at him later. There's another guy called Ceratosaurus King, and I usually never say this, but don't send hate over to him. He is an absolute wonder. I love him. He hates me a lot, but I think he's funny as hell. For example, I have a screenshot here of him calling me Hitler. He has said that I am essentially a reincarnation of Hitler, and I find that so goddamn funny. Please, if you're going to send hate to anyone, don't send it to him. There's another guy in this community called the Velociraptor Animations, who I think is just a worse version of Ceratosaurus King. He's nowhere near as funny, but he makes kind of similar points and acts a similar way. He acts as if he's a 5-year-old, but you know, it's nowhere near as funny as Ceratosaurus King. Ceratosaurus King called me Hitler, and I think that's hilarious. This guy's just kind of whiny. From what I've seen, it's just bad. Another big dimma ding dong in this community is a guy named Toast the Carnotaurus, which isn't very surprising that I don't like him that much. You know, I think it's a really dumb meme, and it clearly shows it's not doing anything for the youth. I'm not going to share screenshots because it's pretty easy to access. Just go in any of the videos I've made about the Dinoverse, or go on to Muzzle's video that was talking about me. You can find a buttload of comments from this one dickhead, and it's hilarious, but for the wrong reasons. This guy is just a massive boomer. Alright? Toast, I don't like you. Bad meme, bad personality, big boomer. We've moved past the boomer stage at this point. There's no more Kiki-zillas to be a boomer anymore, alright? Just stop, bro. Stop. Anyway, to start us off, I'm going to be looking at Muzzle's video. And yes, I do know that my other video was titled Reacting to Muzzle's Reaction Video, or something along those lines. But something I realized is that it would probably be comical to you guys if I probably made a video talking about Muzzle. And also, I've seen he's not very satisfied with not getting a reaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him what he wants, believe it or not, and I'm also going to give what you guys want, because I'm pretty sure you guys would like me to tear into it. Also, there's a lot of clips where he uses my video, so I'm just going to speed those clips of my video up so we can get to his points.
Hey, the Ripoff Ranter, and today I'm going to be talking about this new community I stumbled upon called, I don't really know what the fuck it's called, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be calling it Dino Tube 2, because that's essentially what it is.
What's up, guys? Today in this video, I'm going to be reacting to this dumbass called Rip Off Rain.
Alright, first thing to say. Guys, get ready. Get your assholes clenched. This guy calls me a dumbass a lot. So, I'm just gonna warn you fair and square right off from the beginning. This is going to be a constant thing that he says.
They're talking shit about the Dinoverse. Let's get right into this.
Now, to anyone who follows me on Discord, you most likely have heard of one of the members of this community, Indoraptor. I'm not going to be able to memorize the numbers at the last part of his name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Indoraptor. Is this seriously what this shit is about?
No, Indoraptor was not the main point of that video, and if you can be patient, I can get to the point where I actually talk about dumbasses like yourself. And yes, I realize I just called him a dumbass when he calls me a dumbass about 1,000 times, okay? But, you know, with me, I'm speaking the truth, okay? With this guy, you can't guarantee if he's lying to you or not. I could be the smartest fucker on the planet. With me, telling you, I'm not a dumbass. He's stupid as frick.
Everything's always about Indoraptor. Like, my God, can you actually come up with some evidence against us?
If I were at all new to your community, then yes, I could say that this video right here is a pretty good piece of evidence to go against you. But I know now that not all of you are as dumb as yourself, so yeah.
Okay, Endo may be a little bit, peculiar.
He's this... Wait, did you think that was a good place to cut? He could have kept on talking. Yes, I get he's peculiar, but why did you have to cut there? That's such an awkward cut.
Really annoying 13-year-old kid. I'm not 100% sure, but he usually just acts as if he's having a heart attack whenever he is typing. It's like he has a seizure.
First of all, I get that he's annoying, but you need to understand something. I don't know if he knows this, but Indoraptor has a learning disability, and you shouldn't ever make fun of that. I mean, yeah, he gets annoying, but it's kind of not all his fault. Like, you need to chill, bruh.
Okay, he does get one thing right. I had no idea that Indo had this learning disability. I have actually asked Indo before if he does, and he responded with no. But that still leaves me in the wrong. I had no clue of that, but it's pretty obvious that he does. So, to what I also have to say, Indo's on the internet, and that's fair game. If you are on the internet as a person, you cannot avoid criticism. That's something that is going to come around to you one way or another. And when you get it, you can't just use this as an excuse to block it, okay? That's stupid. What you need to do is man up, stop using this as an excuse. You're on the internet, and you're also quite a rude human being, Indo. In fact, I don't get why this guy would even protect you. Because you've sent death threats to people. You've sent death threats to children. Kids that are 10. I've seen it. So, what I have to say to that is, please stop, and Muzzle, stop defending him. He doesn't even need it.
Okay, this guy is really starting to piss me off. He just called us a bunch of idiots. Okay, you need to think through what you're talking about, but truly, I'm actually pissed off.
Oh, I am so sorry.
This video is made by a guy called Retarded Brady, or Rerarted Brady, as he likes to call himself. But I'm just going to call him Retarded Brady, because that's when he's stupid. Hello, my name is Brady, and I can do whatever I want. And, you can tell me how to do my own series. I can make prequels, sequels, prequels. Okay, I'm not going to mention the shitty quality of this video, because we've all fucking been there. We've all been in a situation where we've made shitty videos like this. But you cannot say that all your shit's good. Alright, even back then when I was making this stuff, I knew that I had low ass quality. I knew that what I was making was garbage. So don't be out here saying that you can make good stuff.
Okay, so he's basically talking shit about Brady, a guy who has way more subs than him, and also a guy who's been more successful than him.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
This is the one thing in this video's entirety that actually pisses me off, because you have to go to such a low standard as a human being to say that. Alright, just to educate you, sub counts mean nothing. If you had a brainstem, I think you could comprehend that, but I'm going to tell you, sub counts mean nothing. If you're going to think that is a genuine point in an argument, then you need to really rethink that. This is the one serious thing I'm going to say in this video. Don't ever make that argument again to anyone.
So this dumbass apparently thinks he's Scrubs or Cyrus or some shit because he thinks he's funny as hell. But really, who's laughing?
Not to flex or anything, but there's actually quite a few people who think I'm funny.
I can't take this kid anymore.
We're the same age, dipshit!
Oh my god, he's so cringy. I can't fucking take this.
This guy just seems like the Fortnite kid starter pack. That's his essential vocabulary to what I'm hearing.
It's just impossible. He's online. Corn. 2. Ah yes, recoding. Start the freaking fight! Someone needs to calm their cookies down. And that's all I really have to say for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy.
Thank God it's over. No, I didn't fucking enjoy the video.
I didn't really ask what your opinion on the video is, but thank you for sharing. Now that's just Muzzle down. There's also 4 other of these idiots, so let's go take a look at their content and what they've said about me. First one we'll look at is a guy named Spacekid Productions. Now Spacekid over here is a bit of a hypocrite. He's commented on a few of my videos before saying that he loves them, but now, since I've turned against the Dinoverse in his eyes, I've apparently became this very, very tyrant figure. So this is the things he said about me. You see, at first he was laughing at it, and then he just called me annoying. I don't get what the fuck that was for. Apparently, I went from being funny to being incredibly annoying in a split second. This morning he commented this, saying that he knew it was a joke, and this was on my newest video. But you obviously didn't, since you left comment after comment saying stuff about me, whether that be on Muzzle's channel or mine. So, what the hell are you even trying to make a point here? I don't get it. Anyway, you guys know that I like a good old YouTube video to follow along with some idiot being an idiot on the internet. So, let's look at this guy's most recent YouTube video and just kind of hack into it, as I did with Muzzle. Jesus, that's an intro and a half.
Welcome to an episode of Earth's Prehistorical Facts.
Either it's a 12-year-old female or a 3-year-old male. I can't tell. Please, someone explain.
This won't be about the creatures on Earth, but about the Earth. Prehistoric Earth.
Not that we can gather that from the title.
And how Pangea happened, and about other stuff. But on this episode, I will be explaining the eras on Earth. The eras will be soon explained in a couple of seconds.
But first, have you heard of Raid Shadow Legends?
Get set for the video and enjoy. We start off with the Paleozoic era.
Not as if I could see the screen.
The first period in the Paleozoic era is the Cambrian.
I can see that!
This is the first geological period of the Paleozoic era, filled with organisms of evolving creatures. Ordovician.
Isn't it pronounced Ordovician?
New organisms were coming along in different shapes and different sizes.
I still haven't seen one of them.
Silurian. Rock beds began defining more, and it was also the shortest Paleozoic era. It was 443 million years ago.
I can still see it. You don't have to tell me.
The Devonian era. This was the first significant and adaptive radiation on dry land. And it occurred in Devonian 416 million years ago. Yikes.
The fuck was that a yikes moment for? I don't think that's necessarily bad. What the hell? Explain.
Mississippian. It got its name because rocks with its name are exposed to Mississippi River. That basically means that there are rocks as old as 359 million years found in the Mississippi River.
Really? No shit.
And that's how it got its name. Then we have the Pennsylvanian, 318 million years ago.
I see what the goddamn thing says, you dumb fuck.
Really a period, as the Mississippian period is basically the same.
Guarantee he's just saying that because it also has the name of a state.
But in North America, it's a new period, as the only really changes that happened from the Pennsylvanian and the Mississippian
Is it uses the name of a different state?
was just North America having some changes.
Alright, this kid's dumb as fuck. I'm not gonna even play the rest of his video. If it's just gonna be shit like this, I'm not gonna learn anything. I have a time schedule. He can't just be sitting here just like, That's all I'm hearing from you. So, I'm gonna move on to the next guy, Ceratosaurus King. Now, Ceratosaurus Cuck is definitely the funniest of the group. He's the one that's been leaving me simultaneously the nicest and also the most hurtful comments. Like I said earlier, he compared me to Hitler, and I think that's hilarious, but he's also done a few other stuff. I've already talked about his comments, so I'm going to go to his YouTube videos now.
Hello everybody, Ceratosaurus King here, and today
Well, this is already a pile of shit.
I'll be talking about Mr. Ripoff
Is that Corona I hear?
Raptor. I coughed in his name on purpose, by the way,
And I'm 9'8".
because I'm a little mad at him and a little understood about him, so just do some gaming.
Alright, if you're gonna make a video talking about me, you better make it good quality. I don't want to see any of this ad bullshit, okay? I don't like ads being in my games. So how about you just calm the frick down right there, buddy?
Kind of going a little in-depth into explaining his actual opinion on this whole thing.
You're welcome to try, but I don't think he'll get it right.
It was a fine video.
I'm glad you and your Ark Survival ripoff enjoyed it.
But what do I think of him in general? I think he's a bad person.
The hell? He said my video was good, but now he thinks I'm a bad person. Where'd this come from?
I mean, I guess his new video is supposed to be kind of an apology video, but it doesn't work.
Well, yeah, it shouldn't work at all. It's not an apology video. It was a video explaining to the troglodytes out there who didn't get it that I'm not attacking your community. I was just making a video on a few shitty videos that came out of the community. I'm not apologizing for anything. I still stand by what I said in that video.
It just didn't. And I don't like him.
Hope this video will change your mind.
I'm sorry, Ripoff Rancher, but your videos suck.
Considering what I'm seeing in front of me, I don't think your content is much better either, pal.
Because for one reason, you're teasing the Dinoverse people. And I mean, you did make a comment to one of my comments that you and Retarded Brady are now cool, but it's still not okay.
Actually, it makes a huge difference now since I'm okay with them. For the most part, I think your community is okay, but I'm still going to call out idiots like yourself, though.
Because you actually happen to not really... You seem to take joy in us hating you, and that's not... That does certainly not make you a good person.
How the fuck does that work? How am I suddenly a shitty human being because I laughed at you calling me names like Hitler?
At all. What's the way to stop him? Just try to ignore him.
You can ignore me if you want, but I don't think that's a very effective method. I'm still going to make videos on you guys if you fuck up again. I don't use these videos as a way to bully people. I can certainly assure this guy thinks I bully people. I don't. I'm giving you criticisms to help your content. It would greatly affect my day if one of the people I made a video on stopped making shitty content and actually started being an okay YouTuber. Of course, though, that will probably never happen. Only in my dreams.
His video, you shouldn't really think about his videos. It's just a bunch of dumb stuff about bad Dinoverse, Bionicosaurus's rise and fall. I just don't like you.
That's perfectly fine, you don't have to like me at all, but I would love a valid reason. So far you've just said that I make crappy content and I'm friends with Brady now. That somehow makes me a bad human. I don't know how, but that's essentially what you're saying to me. If you can give me a real reason, then I'll accept it.
I get that you're trying to explain that our videos are dumb, but trust me, they're not.
Well, actually, yes, they are. This video is a prime example.
We're just trying to make ourselves look cool and get subscribers.
Well, there's a whole ton of ways you can get subscribers, but this is definitely not the most ideal, and that's why I called you guys out.
And we're supposed to try to make people laugh.
Unless your audience is kindergarten kids, I don't know anyone who's laughing.
And also, in the most recent video, he explained that he now knew that it wasn't an actual Dinoverse 2.
You mean DinoTube 2?
But it was an actual community of Discord people and people on Discord.
Something I still see people getting wrong after I even made the last video is that you guys think this is a Discord community. I don't know if you guys realize, but no, you're not just a Discord community. You make videos about your community outside of Discord. You make them on YouTube. It's a YouTube-based community, and it takes place on Discord. I'm going to stop playing his video right there because there's not really much more to it. He just says that he has a Discord account and such things like that. As well as that, I also think we're good now. He actually has, since I'm recording this, subscribed to me, so thank you, Ceratosaurus King. I appreciate it. We're on the road to 400, boys. Or 40, fuck. I'm also going to not talk about the other guys that I mentioned, because while, yes, their comments are incredibly hilarious against me, and I feel as if what they said is stupid as hell, there's not really much to look at their channel besides, toy reviews and such. They're just low quality, so I'm not going to talk about them. If they make a notable video against me, I might make a part 2, but as of right now, nothing's going to come of them. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. Muzzle down, Ceratosaurus King, and Spacekid Productions. You guys need to chill the fuck out. I've since reached 40 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. And most of all, remember, fuck Bioniclesaurus.